Hi guys, it's Melissa from Special Ed Law Mom coming to you today with another video. So I've seen a couple posts on Facebook and had a couple conversations lately that prompted this video. And so this video is basically to let you know that while IEPs are wonderful, they do not give a special pass for regular laws. So I did I did a video about truancy laws and how all students are subject to truancy laws. That being said, if you have an IEP and a medical plan and you communicate with the school, then you should be okay. But if you choose not to, then you can have difficulty with truancy laws. Well, I saw something today where a parent had an IEP meeting and they said, well, we didn't disagree or we didn't agree with the school, and so our standing trumps everything, right? We prevail. No, you don't. That's why we have parental rights under IDEA. That's why you get to pursue those. That's why they're in place. And if you disagree with the school system, then you have remedies for that. But no, you don't trump what the school says. In fact, the law doesn't come out and say it as clearly as I'm going to. But at the end of the day, the school trumps you if they want to. So I found that ironic that a mom was saying, well, we if we don't agree, then we get to basically dictate what happens. No, you really don't. That's why you have the parental rights. They make their offer of FAPE. You either accept it or you don't. I've also heard this about behaviors that kids with IEPs can't be suspended because, after all, everyone should understand that they have a disability and therefore they have a right to act out. Well, there's a whole series of things I could talk about that where there has to be a functional behavior assessment. If they're suspended, there's certain protocols that have to be followed. But no, a child doesn't just get to go to school and act out and have no consequence. Now, granted, if they're not being provided FAPE and it's causing them to act out, then we've got a different conversation on our hands. But an IEP is not a free pass to do whatever you want. And so I was really struggling with the idea that parents are thinking this. The last thing I wanted to mention was IDEA is a federal law. Your state may have additional things that IDEA does not have, but your state cannot be more restrictive than federal. State laws can never be more restrictive. They can grant more to you, but they can't be more restrictive. And so there was a mom on Facebook today that was saying over and over, should I file for mediation or due process? Because either one would give me stay put rights. Well, if you don't know what stay put means, it means if you have a dispute and you file for due process, then whatever placement and services your child is receiving at that moment remain in place until that due process procedure times itself out, finishes, completes, whatever, and your child stays in the same services, the same placement, all of that. But it only happens under federal law if you file for a due process hearing. And this mom was adamant that it applied if you did mediation. I wish it did, because then every parent out there who ever disagreed would file for mediation and their child would stay in the placement that they're in, and we'd figure it all out without having the expense of a due process hearing. But that is not how IDEA works. And I kept saying to this mom, that must be exclusive to your state because that's not in IDEA. I don't know what you're talking about. And she proudly put up a picture of a graphic that, was professionally done that talked about mediation allows for stay put. And I finally said, who's the authority on that? Who printed this beautiful graphic that you have? It was the state of Illinois. So please don't go online and tell families that they can have stay put if they file mediation because it may only be exclusive to your state. Please, if you're going to go online and talk to families and talk to them about what their rights are, know what you're talking about. Talk about what's in IDEA, and then if it's different for their state, tell them they might want to check their state law. But we've got a lot of families out there who are getting a lot of information that is not accurate from people who either don't know or who have different rules in their state that may be beneficial to them, but then they're telling other people and it's just not applicable. So make sure that you know, if you've not purchased the book Special Ed Law by Pete Wright, I encourage you to do so. I also encourage you to I have another one. I think it's From Emotions to Advocacy. I have the links in my description below. Best purchases I ever made to advocate for my kids. Please purchase those books. You can find them on eBay. You can find them through my links on Amazon. I refer to Special Ed Law as my Bible. I pack it with me when I go places just in case I need it. Um, and so, you know, make sure you know what you're talking about, because you could cause a lot of heartache and a lot of problems for families if you don't. And no, IEPs don't give you carte blanche to do whatever and ignore all the rules. As an advocate that I watch says, all children are general education students. They just happen to have different placements in different classrooms or with different accommodations and things at times. But all students are subject to general education rules until and unless their IEP says otherwise. And so that's the message I would leave with you. I hope that you're having a great day. I hope all is well. If you need advocacy services, let me know. You can visit my new website, specialedlawmom.com. Really proud of it. Hope that you'll check it out. Hope to be expanding the services on there. And until next time, make it a great day. Thanks. Bye.